which is about organising your speech. There's a speech called How to Name Your Company, Neil Campbell.
Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. This evening I'm going to talk about how to name your company, and I'm going to show you a tried, trusted and proven methodology in which you can find your way through this. Now think about it as people. Who's been around the birth of a baby in the family? Not necessarily in the theatre, but a sister, a brother, a niece, a nephew, someone around. It's a really important time. Everybody gets really excited. They go, what are we going to call this now? And sometimes they spend months beforehand thinking about it. It is important because the child is then going to carry that name for the rest of their life. And in some cultures, it's very important the sort of name that you pick, because it fits with the culture of the family or perhaps the parent. So, a company, a name. I think it's very important. The way I see the name of a company is the cornerstone of a company. You put that down first, and that's what it means. And if you put it down hard, solid, then your company can build effectively on top of it. If you have a sort of iffy name, then what you might find is, as your company grows, it all starts to go a bit shaky as it grows up. So naming a company is important, getting it right. So, how are we going to go about this? I'm going to break it into 3 parts. We're going to look at what you have to think about first, then we're going to check it, and a couple of things not to do. So, you need to start. To start, you want something that's easy. Easy to remember, easy to spell, and easy to know what your business is. And I think they are key points. I'm a fan of adding a category into your business name so people know what you do. Some people say, oh, you don't need that. Again, it depends what you think. But my company, my business is called Red Cherry Marketing. You know, red, cherry, that's quite easy to remember. Marketing tells you what I do. I've got a friend in IT business, his company is called Bright Purple Resourcing. Again, quite a good name. And like my business, his business, people tend to just talk about bright purple. They don't talk about the resource thing, but it is in there. And with my business, a lot of people say, oh, what's Red Cherry up to? Allows you flexibility. And we're boring you. But the next thing you have to think about is testing. You know, the sort of part of the business you're going to be in, how people are thinking about you. So tell as many people as you can. Say, I've come up with this idea for a name. What do you think? Can you remember it? What do you feel about this? Does it help you? Other things you can think about is geo-targeting for your business. Red Cherry Marketing, I have purposefully not geo-targeted my business, so I haven't put a country name or town name to it. But it might be suitable for your business. I have another business called Scottish Healthcare, and that's specifically designed to be geo-targeted because it's about healthcare in Scotland, either people wanting to work in healthcare in Scotland or international companies coming to Scotland. So I'm not looking to go worldwide with that. I'm looking for worldwide businesses to come to Scotland. So that's another reason for putting that in. Then when you're doing your research and testing, it's worth thinking about who else is doing similar things. Plug it into Google and have a look. And you think, it's a great, fantastic name I've just invented. Oh, there are 52 of them. But once you have done your research and you find out, and again, depends on how local your business is. Sometimes you can use the name in other areas. But check it out, and if you do find that there's nobody with your name and your domain name is out there, buy it too. Because nowadays with internet marketing, it's really important to own your own name because you get cyber squatters that will steal your name, buy the name, and then when you want to charge you £5,000 to get it back. When I first launched my business, I could only get the .co.uk name, and then I was able to, after about a year's time, get the .com one as well, so I now own both, and that's important for your business to get that. So the other thing to think about when you're testing your business is make sure that people do remember what you do, not just the name. Because again, from a marketing point of view, I think that's important. People get it, they get what it is. And a lot of companies that are now just a brand name like Google, you think, how did they get away with it? But they did very well with getting their name out. But as a startup, I wouldn't recommend having these type of names. My opinion. Again, everybody has to find their own way. Things not to do in your name, I would say, don't use cliches. If you use cliches, everyone goes, boring, and they think the company's a cliche too. So try and get something original, something that works for you and your business. The second thing I think is really important is to not do what I call the train crash, where you get an adjective and a noun and you put them together and you think that would be great. So for an idea like a fancy spa, you could call it tranquil spa. And, it's just really horrible. It's like really chocolate sauce and tomato ketchup. They're both really nice on their own, but try putting them together. It doesn't work, so stay well clear of that one. And the other one to stay well clear of is actually taking something that sounds too like something else, because then you just merge into it and you don't have the distinction yourself. If you make your name sound too much like an existing company or an existing type of business, you don't want to do that. So that's really what I'm talking about. Get your name, think about it, take a bit of time, easy to remember, easy to spell, easy to know what you're talking about. Try and test it with as many people as you possibly can to get some feedback. Look, see what's happening, and then miss out on the don't do's. So that's how you can name a company. You just have to form a company now so you can name it. Thank you very much.